but she didn't register yet. Is it okay if she can register it now and she will get the access?
You can get the confirmation from sir. We are also attendees.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Hello. Yeah, hi friends. Hello.
Hi.
Hi friends, this is Ravi Kanth. I am your SELENIUM mentor. Hello.
Yes.
Yes. So can you hear me now, everyone?
Uh-huh.
Hello.
Yes, we can
Yeah,
hear
we
you.
are able to hear you.
Yes. Thank you, friends. Thank you very much. Thanks for joining. Yes. Shall I start the session now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Actually, I want to ask you one thing.
Yes. Go ahead, madam.
Yeah, one of my friend is also interested to join this demo session.
Yeah.
The thing is, she is not registered yet. Is it okay if she
No
can
issues.
register?
He can directly join now. Just share
Okay.
that friend. He will join that. Okay. Just ask
Oh,
him to register and immediately he can join. No
okay.
issues. Okay. Yeah. Shall I start now, friends? Fine. So, friends, welcome back. Very good evening to everyone. This is Ravi Kanth. I am your Selenium mentor. So, as I was taking course for Selenium automation, the prerequisites to learn Selenium is some programming knowledge is required. So, what kind of languages we require? So, there are so many languages Selenium will support. Yes, like it supports Java, it supports C#, it supports uh, Python, Scala, R language, Dart language, Haskell, Ruby, etc. Go programming also. Yes, Go programming, Java scripting, like this, etc. Okay. Yes. So like these language bindings, Selenium will support in automating the scripts. By any one of the language, we can prefer to automate your scripts. As this course is designed for Selenium with Java. As this entire course Java with Selenium, DevOps components, frameworks, and projects all together is a package for your course. Okay, so I will take care about all the core Java concepts. So after learning core Java concepts only, we'll start the Selenium, friends. The prerequisite, the first prerequisite is language banding. So what are the core Java concepts we are covering here, friends? Starting with project creation, package creations with naming conventions, class creations, interfaces, abstract classes with naming conventions, and class objects, encapsulations, method overriding, polymorphism, constructors, Java inheritance, data types, and access modifiers. Friends, everyone is audible, friends. Someone is saying like not audible. Can you please confirm?
Yes, sir. We are audible.
We are
Audible.
able to hear you.
Audible, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Fine. So Java inheritance, data types, variable types, and type castings, and decision making statements, loopings, single dimension array and two dimension arrays, user defined arrays, Java debugging, Java strings, exception handling, collections, typecastings, all these things. Okay, getters and setters, file system objects, all these Java OOPS concepts we are covering here, friends. Yes, around 18 to 24 hours, like 20 to 24 hours, we'll be working on core Java, friends. In and out, what are the concepts I have delivered right now? Every concept, each and every concept we'll be using in our Selenium, friends. So that's why I'll give very detailed explanation on each and every concept, and I will be giving you assignments also as programmatically for hands-free. So knowing the concepts is one part, and technically you must be sounds good. So when you become as a good automation programmer means when your technically sounds good only, you can say as a good programmer. See, the official website for Selenium is a selenium.dev is a official website for Selenium. Using Selenium automation tool, we can automate your web applications, not a window desktop applications. Window desktop applications means which is standalone. The application which is installed in that system, that is that system only we can automate the elements. So my Selenium can automate browsers, which means web applications. That's it. What you do with that power is entirely up to you. What is that power? Technically, you must be sounds good. Then only you can become as a good programmer, a good automation engineer. So programmatically, you should be sounds good. Okay, now, and I'll give some assignments also for practicing concept based. If I talk about Java strings, on the strings in interview, what the questions they may ask the programmatically, and all the programs I can give as assignments for you. If I talk about collections, we use collections in our Selenium. Yes, how to work with collections, so how many methods are there, how to manipulate, how to manipulate, all these things. I'll give some assignments on it. Like making hands-free of for loops, I'll give some pattern program exercises for practice. Like this concept base, I'll use some examples for practice. And next, we go with a Selenium. Selenium is a automation tool. Likewise, we have so many automation tools out in the market. Where Selenium is a best tool for automation. So here, what components Selenium we are using. So we are using WebDriver with a grid. So WebDriver, grid. These two combinations is the appropriate combination working with the Selenium tool. So friends, we are getting some noise. Will you please be in a mute? Don't mind everyone. Please try to understand. You're getting some mic noise. Please everyone be in a self-mute. So here the appropriate combination to work with Selenium is a WebDriver with the grid. So using WebDriver, we used to build our robust browser-based regression automation suites and tests with the help of the WebDriver. Once you develop scripts using Selenium WebDriver, the scripts has to be scale and distribute in executing parallelly in many computers and many browsers with the support of the grid only. The developed scripts we are making execute parallelly in many computers and in many browsers with the help of the grid only, where which saves the execution time. We're executing the scripts multiple times parallelly in various platforms and various browsers. So in WebDriver, we build the automation scripts. In grid, we execute the scripts parallelly in different environments and different systems. In WebDriver, in Selenium WebDriver, what concepts will be covered means here I am giving that. Don't worry, my screen is very beautiful with all the icons. It's my habit. So where is the document? Yes, let me open this. Here, what concepts will be covered in Selenium? Just I'm giving a glance. So here, how to launch browsers like because see friends, the application can be opened by the user by various browsers. It can be Firefox, Chrome, or IE, or Microsoft Edge, or Safari, whatever the browsers. How can we launch a applications in various browsers? A static way I'll tell you, and parallelly I will make the reusable functions. How dynamically we can write a program in launching the browsers. So any kind of test case without launching a browser. We cannot open the application. So how frequently we use that opening browsers, that dynamically I'll make to happen it. And next, after that, we'll talk about options class and profiles concept. Friends, when we are working with the web applications, some showstoppers will be occurring that stops your executions. Manually means you'll be handling it, but through automation, you know that in browsers we will face some notifications, browser notifications that which interrupts your executions. Manually means you can handle it, but automation means automation engineer is the responsible person to handle such kind of events occur during execution. So for that case, what we will be doing? We will be taking the browser into our control just by creating the browser user-defined profiles. Chrome user-defined browser profile, Firefox user-defined profile. Like this, I'll be creating in taking a charge of the browser into my control. When the browser is into my control, my browser will be acting as a say. We create a browser profiles of various browsers. Okay, I will show that in creating the profiles for various browsers. After creating user profiles for various browsers, then we will do necessary settings on a user-defined browser profiles with using options class. Like what kind of settings? So we can disable the information bars. We can maximize the window browser. We can disable the information bars. We can disable the notifications, page load strategies, page load time we can set here, and certificate errors, proxy settings, all such things which are related to the browsers can be settings by using options class. Just by in this browser profiles only, we can make all this necessary settings using options class. So this will be covered. And next come to the synchronizations, where everyone know that our application have so many web elements. Okay, now our automation scripts, we are writing a script, friends. We are instructing all the application elements in our automation scripts. When you are running your scripts, scripts are very fast in executions, whereas application elements load time will be delayed. Some latency, for latency the elements are getting loaded. Meanwhile, script is going very fast in executions. Where there is a gap between the application elements and the script, because script is fast, application elements are slow in loading the elements, where there is a chance of failure of your scripts, where we have to put some synchronizations between your script and your web applications. There we use some synchronization methods like explicit wait, implicit wait, thread dot sleep. We'll talk about synchronizations, all these things. Okay, and next come to the locators. Friends, when we are doing automation, how can we recognize the web elements? You know that in a web application, we have varieties of elements are presented like text boxes, radio buttons, check boxes, drop downs, links, web tables, web calendars, images, etc., whatnot. Varieties of web elements will be presented in your application. How can we interact that elements to perform the action on it? Means, just to resemble to make understand, I'll tell one small story. Friends, if I want to give some assignment for one person, how can I recognize him to give the work? Means based on his property. What is his property? I'll call his name. Name is his property. Not only name, the person will having so many properties like first name, last name, surname, nickname, Aadhaar card number, voter card number, SSL number, height, weight, color, complexity, etc., etc. So many properties the human person is having it. By using any one of the unique property only, we are identifying that person and giving some task for him. Similarly, in our web application elements also will have some set of properties as like human being have. Yes, yes. Each text box, each drop down, each web tables, calendars, every web element have some set of properties which are defined by the developers. Yes, if I want to interact in text box, I can cite the properties of the text box. With that identical property, I can interact respect to text box. So like this, we have so many locators are there in Selenium. Like 8 locators are there: ID, name, class name, XPath, CSS selector, lint text, partial lint text, tag name. Like this, have 8 locators are there, where most of the people will be feeling challenging criticality in working with locators. If you're how simple to identify the elements, your job becomes more easy. So technically sounds good, and how easy do you write the XPaths and all those things, your job becomes more easy. Where people feel like criticality and challenging, where people stress more hours, there I make simplify that. So especially on locators, we are working for 6 hours, 6 to 7 hours. We are working especially on locators to make you hands free. Okay, especially see basic understanding of locators. 3 days we are working, and rest of 3 days we are working with XPaths and CSS selectors, and we'll see some examples, exercises to make you hands free in writing the XPaths and CSS selectors. For each and every concept, we have a very well structured notes is there, friends. No need to worry about that, all those things. Everything we have that. See, if we talk about XPath, see in XPaths we have some notes is there. What are the syntaxes we follow in building the XPaths? And all the single attribute XPath syntaxes, multi attributes, all the syntaxes, everything is easy to understand, friends. Okay, fine. Next, come to that Marvin project. Any project you are building. So we will build every project in a build tool. We have various build tools are there, Ant, Marvin, Gradle, like this. We have various build tools are there. Where Ant is deprecated now, 95% companies, 90% companies are using Marvin as a build tool for building your projects. So I will show you how to create a Marvin build tool, how to add a test dependencies, how to add the plugins, how to configure in executing your test cases through Marvin build, how to run a goals in a Marvin build, how to update a project in a Marvin. All these things we'll talk in the Marvin project for 2 days. And next come to the test engine framework. Friends, where Selenium itself don't have any structured framework. So any project you are building, you must have some framework. Where test engine is a framework which is defined by the Java, which is implemented by Java. By using TestNG framework only, we are building our test cases. So majorly in TestNG, we talk irrespective of the annotations. Everything we define as annotations. Everything we configure as annotations only. So first of all, how I will tell you how to install TestNG. Okay, how to add add-ons of the TestNG, and what are the annotations we have in a TestNG, and what is the priority of executions of the TestNG annotations. Okay, how can we set the own priorities also? How can we skip the test cases? I will tell you. Okay, now, and how can we group the test cases? I will tell you. How can we set the test dependencies? Okay, now, one test to other test dependencies we can set in TestNG. That I will show you that. We can also run your test cases in parallelly. So irrespective of the classes, irrespective of the methods, irrespective of the tests, irrespective of the suits, how can we run parallelly? I will show that. Okay, now, and how to generate the reports also I will show you in TestNG. How to work with the TestNG data providers in getting a data and giving to the test, how it is possible, everything data providers through will be working, and TestNG listeners will be working. Elements, parameterizations. We can also do TestNG parameterizations. How we can do parameterizations? Okay, all these things. How to create a TestNG suits. How TestNG suite can be run programmatically, like different things. All these things, especially on TestNG, we'll be working on 10 to 12 hours. Especially on TestNG, we are working with 10 hours, hardly not 12 hours, 8 to 10 hours. 8 to 10 hours we'll be working on the TestNG frameworks. And next come to the page object model, where the name itself says we are working irrespective of the pages, as everyone know that. So in our web application, we will have a pages. As a login page, registration page, add to cart page, women's wear page, men's wear page. Yes, like this we have a group of pages together we call as a web application. So here we talk irrespective of the pages. Divide and rule policy. Instead of maintaining every page information in one Java class, We are breaking down the page level web elements and operations defining in one separate Java class. Suppose we have having 10 pages, 10 Java classes we maintain. So what is the advantage of page object model means? Maintenance becomes more easy and debugging also becomes more easy. Understanding? And it will be very informative, right? Maintaining as a pages wise. Yes, we'll work on page object model. And next, coming to the automating links. You can observe in your web application, majority of the web elements will be the links only. How can we interact the links in a web application? Static links, dynamic links, broken links. Understanding or not? All these links, how can we work? Suppose if we want to interact one link, exact link, how do we write a logic? Suppose you want to interact group of links in entire page, how can we write a logic? If I want to some links which are in a specified header, the specific group of links only I want, not entire page links, a specific header of links, how we can interact? So all these scenarios in automating links, one fine day we'll talk about how to work with the automating the links. And next, coming to the automating drop downs. As we know that in drop downs we have options will be there where there is a chance to select an option, single option selection or multi selection option. We can do that. How can we select the options in drop down? There are various ways are there. One is using by send keys, we can select the option. One is by using select class, we can select the option. By using JavaScript executors, by using action classes, we can select the options in a drop down. We'll discuss one fine day about the automating the drop downs. And next, coming to the pop-ups. Friends, once you are working with your web application, we may experience so many pop-ups will be interrupting our executions. In that way, we are, as an automation engineer, we are the responsible person to handle that pop-ups. The responsible person to handle that pop-ups. So we will get so many varieties of pop-ups will be occurring, friends. One is a Java-based alert, another is a HTML alerts, notifications, security alerts, Windows-based alerts. Like these varieties of alerts will be appearing during your execution period. So as an automation engineer, various alerts, how can we handle it? We'll do that for 2 days. Okay. And next, come to the actions class. So friends, some of the elements which can't be interacted with the Selenium WebDriver, that definitely will be interacted with using actions class. Like advanced elements cannot be interacted through WebDriver directly. So we'll be take a support of actions class for advanced elements like mouse overing. See, some of the elements, once I mouse over on that element only, some pop-up will be getting populated. Those kind of elements we call mouse overing. Once we hover on that mouse, when we mouse over the mouse, when our mouse over on that particular element only, some pop-up will come. Those are called mouse overing elements. Right clicking, double clicking, chain actions, dragging and dropping elements, automating slide bars. Like this, all these are advanced elements, directly cannot be interacted through WebDriver. Then we'll take support of actions class also for this kind of advanced elements operations. And coming to the JavaScript executors, with WebDriver, what are the actions we can perform with JavaScript executor? Also, we can find the elements, so we can get the titles, we can close the browsers, we can backward the browsers. All those things we can do with JavaScript executor also. We'll see that one fine day about JavaScript executors. And coming to the automating Windows components. Friends, here my Selenium purely automates the web applications only. Here Selenium automates browsers, not a window desktop applications. Only the web applications only my Selenium can interact. So when you are working with the web application elements, suddenly some Windows elements may occur. In that case, my Selenium will do hands up. In that case, we have to take care of that cases also. How can we mean, sir? Yes, when you are working with the web application, suddenly if any Windows elements that comes up, yes, we have various open source Windows open source tools are there. Windows application open source tools are there, like Auto IT, Sukuli, Robotics. Like these are kind of free Windows automation tools are there. With their support, we can install them and we can automate the Windows element and we can compile it and we can associate into your WebDriver scripts. Wherever Windows elements occurs, that auto-IT script is going to be executed to handle that Windows element. But directly, Selenium will not do that. Okay, how do we install the auto-IT? How do we write the auto-IT code inspiring the Windows elements? How can we compile it? How can we execute it to WebDriver script? All those things. One fine day we'll talk about auto-IT. Okay, coming to the web tables. Friends, some of the elements will be presented inside of web tables. You know that web tables have a rows and columns, right? In each row we have number of cells will be there. Inside that web table row cell, we have some web elements can be presented like text boxes, radio buttons, links, drop downs, radio buttons, checkboxes. Any one of the element can be present inside a web table. If you want to interact any particular web element which are reside in the web table, how can we traverse? So static web tables are there, dynamic web tables are there. Okay, now date calendars, date pickers, paginations. Paginations means that some table will be there. In that table having only 10 rows of data will be completed. If that row is completed 10 rows, then again one more page. If I click on second page will open. Again 11 to 20 will be there. After that again third page 21 to 30, like this paginations, web table paginations. How can we work with the web table paginations? Date calendars, date pickers, dynamic web tables, static web tables. How to interact the web elements. We'll see 2 days about the web tables only. And next coming to the
Hi.
XML, Microsoft Excel's.
Hi.
Yes.
Can you show some example for that one, web tables?
Web tables.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Let me show you one application. 1 second. Yeah. See, suppose see this is the application. See, this is one web table. How do you come to know? Let me tell you. I'll spy this. Don't worry what I'm doing that. I'm getting the any one of the element. You just click on it. See, friends. So here we can see that this is the element which I spied. See, Sky Industries. I clicked on it. I got the properties. See if you can observe table. See, when I'm mouse overing on a table, see blue color highlight is happening on the table. Yes or no? Table. Under the table, we have a T header, table header. Every table having a header or not? Company, group, previous closing, current price changes, all of the headings of the table. And after the T body, table body. And a table body, we have a table rows, TRs. These are TRs like this. Number of TRs are there. Observe here, TR. In each table row, we have a table data. See, this having table data, the Sky Industries. Next it is a X. Next it is a, yes, next it is like this. Understood, madam? Like this, the structure will be. Okay?
Yeah. Okay.
So every element will have a HTML tag name and followed by its properties. Any web element, if I click on this linker, this is a linker. For link, what is the HTML tag name? Anchor tag A, and these are the respective properties defined by the developers. This is the text box. For text box, if I spy here, 1 second. If I spy the text box, here for text box, HTML tag name is input, and these are the followed by the properties like this. Okay. And pagination I am talking about. So pagination means here, suppose pagination means here. Here we can see here this one web table. Here we can see some pages. In this first page, we can see only 10 rows of data. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 rows of data is there. So next data, I can, when I click on second page only, we can see the second row data, second table data. If I click on third, see third, 10 values are coming like. These are called web paginations, web table paginations. Getting? And next, date pickers, date calendars. See here, we know that we have to select a date when we are booking a flight tickets or room tickets. We are booking. We must select a date, right? So here departure is there. If I click on it, suppose I want to book a flight ticket on August 15th. Now, first of all, what to do? We have to find the month, matching month. Is this matching with August 2022, friends? No, right? If this is not matching with August 2022, what we are doing here in this case?
We have to move to
navigate bar, right? We are clicking on navigate bar. The same way we do in automation. First, we compare write X path, write a locator in finding whether these are matching with August 2022 or not. If not matching, then click on navigate bar like this. Once the month is matched on the respective select on the expected month, we are selecting the date like this. Like this, we are doing all those things on web tables. Got it, madam?
Yeah, okay. Thank you.
Yeah. So next, coming to the various data sources. Friends, we are automating the scripts. We are automating the scripts. Every script requires some test data. Yes or no? So all test data we are storing in various data sources. We are storing all the test data in various data sources. Like properties files is one of the data source where we organize the data. XML is one of the data source where we store the data. And where is a Microsoft Excels and JSON files. These are all the various data sources where we accommodate data for our test cases. So especially on these data sources, we'll talk about 8 to 9 hours and working with all these Excels, properties files, JSON files, XML files, log4j. 8 to 9 hours we'll be working on these various data sources. And next is the grid. As I said, once we build your test, automation scripts using WebDriver, and automated scripts we are scaling and distributing in promoting to execute in various computers and various platforms and various browsers parallelly we are executing. For this case, we will be creating the hub and the nodes set up in the grid. Okay, na? Then we will be adding the desired capabilities. Okay, giving all the desired capabilities in which platform, which browser to execute, and remotely we are promoting to execute through grid only. So especially on grid, we'll be working for 3 hours. So this is what we are covering here for this Selenium WebDriver with the grid. And next, coming to the DevOps. In DevOps, it will be used by developers, it will be used by testers, deployment team, integration team. All members will be using the DevOps. DevOps is not a tool, it's a culture which extends so many components. Like build tools are there, Maven and Gradle, and GitHub servers, Git buckets, SVN, BSS, Dockers, Kubernetes, Jenkins, GitHub servers, okay na? Chef, Puppet, like these so many components together we call as the DevOps as a culture. As being a tester, we are occupied with some components which is nothing but Maven, GitHub servers and Jenkins. So by using Maven is a build tool where we used to build our projects in that Maven build tool. Okay now, so that Maven project build we are accommodating in some distributed server where once in an organization we are working with one project, means on the same project many people will be working. How can we organize this code? How can we how can we distribute the code across the team? Some people can be stay in the same location. Some team members are working in Bangalore location. Some people are working on a Canada location. How can we distribute the code across the teams? We must have some distributed servers where earlier we used SVN, VSS we used. Of course, VSS is ruled out. SVN also ruled out, having some disadvantages. Now only the distributed server we have, which is nothing but GitHub server, which can distribute across the team members which are stayed in any one of the location. So here we create an account on GitHub server. We create a public repositories to share our code, which we can contribute our code across the team members. We can commit, we can pull, and we can push, we can merge, we can work on branches. All those things we can do in GitHub. So once we develop your project, we'll be accommodated pushing the code in the GitHub server, and then through Jenkins, we are scheduling the executions, how the manner you want to schedule it. Like whether you want to schedule hourly, weekly, monthly, soon after code is committed into the GitHub server, how the manner you want to schedule the executions. You are going to be scheduled through Jenkins according to you configure. After executions happens, we are sending mails, we are triggering mails to respective recipients with the executed reports. We are sending to the respective recipients, everything automation done through Jenkins only. As simple I can say, DevOps is a kind of workshop. See, example to make understand, if you want to build a brand new BMW car, do you believe all the components, all the spare parts are belonging to BMW? No, right? So nuts and bolts are developed, manufactured by some other company, and engine is manufactured by some other company. Tires are manufactured by some other company. Chassis, body chassis is manufactured by some other company. All the components together bring to the BMW workshop, and they are assembling and making as a brand new BMW car. Similarly, we are building the code using Maven build tool, and we are contributing code into the GitHub server, and Jenkins is pulling and scheduling the executions and sending mails to respective recipients. So it automates the process of your automation. Understanding? This especially we'll be working on this DevOps for 12 to 15 hours end-to-end configurations. I'll show you in Maven, GitHub server, and Jenkins. End-to-end configurations. I will make one of you as a presenter in doing all such things. Okay. And next come to the frameworks.
Hello.
Yes.
Sorry to interrupt you. Can you, if you're in future classes, can you use the GitHub and Jenkins so we can? You told us right. You will give some assignments, so you can create the assignments through GitHub. Whether we can work it practically
Yes,
through your sessions.
yes. See, yes, correct. So I will be sharing the recordings for 1 year view access and daily basis for Java and Selenium and project. Whatever I build a code, everything I will commit through Jenkins on through GitHub server only.
Okay, so we can get we can do the pulls and everything, push and everything. We can use it, right?
Yes, daily whatever I was building in front of you for Java or Selenium and project, whatever I was building in front of you, every code is pushed into the GitHub server. That GitHub link I'll share to everyone daily basis.
Okay.
One time I'll give the link, the same link. You can pull the code from my repository.
So what about the Jenkins?
Sorry?
Jenkins. What about the Jenkins?
Yeah, Jenkins also. See, that's what I'm saying, that this entire Maven GitHub server Jenkins, 12 to 15 hours we are working on it.
Okay.
Ravi Kanth, is there any relationship between Jenkins and CI/CD setup?
The Jenkins is ultimately called CDCI tool.
Okay.
Continuous integration, continuous deployment or development. Okay.
So Jenkins, we can call it as CI/CD.
Yes,
or
Jenkins will be called as CDCI tool. Jenkins only.
Okay.
Okay. Continuous integration, continuous deployment. That's the abbreviation. Okay.
Okay.
Fine. So daily code, Java, Selenium projects, everything will be pushed into the GitHub server, friends. You can pull the code from GitHub. Okay. So especially on these 3 tools, we'll be working for 12 to 15 hours as hands-on experience. Okay. I'll make one of you presenter to make happen installing and doing all these things in your system. Sorry, not in my system. Okay. I'll instruct to do all these things in your systems. And next come to the frameworks. We work with the SNG, page, object model, and data driven. These are the frameworks we talk. and next lastly we do that project. So benefits you will get of this training. So you'll get benefits. One is recorded videos for 1 year. View access will be given, and next is source code for Java, Selenium project will share through GitHub server, and documents for Java and Selenium will be shared through mail. Record videos 1 year view access in by Google Drive. I'll show friends. Google Drive for 1 year view access. Okay, and after completion of this course, you will be in a position to face the interview, friends. Everything as for interview point of view we are discussing. Okay, and this course will helps you to get into the job definitely, and this training will be helping you to put experience. If you have any gap, the people who are freshers having a gap, the people who are experienced and non-related IT, so who are migrating from manual to automation, everyone can take this course. Someone have a question, who are the persons eligible? Yes, IT people, non-IT people, experienced people, migrating from manual to automation, any kind of people are eligible to my course, because everything from the scratch I was giving, friends. There is no point of I was non-IT, I don't know Java, I don't know Selenium. Because of the reason you have joined this course. Everything from the scratch I was giving, friends. Everything is my risk. Every concept is teaching by me only. So there is no point of I don't know anything. I was not understanding. If you're not understanding means, I'll share the recordings. You play back twice and thrice. And if you have any doubt really in the concept, you just stop me. Ravi, I was not understood this concept. Can you please repeat once again? So seriously, if you're not understanding, you ask the question. And some people will see, if I give this Linux, please, some people say like, Ravi, I not understand. Can you please repeat once again? Simply they'll ask. So before you ask the question, please make sure whether perfectly you're asking question or not. Okay now? So definitely I can help you in giving more examples wherever the concepts you are lagging, friends. I can give best examples to make you understand. So doubts are always encouraged. Doubts are always encouraged in asking sessions. Wherever you have it doubt in the duration of the class, you can ask me, Ravi, I was doubting here. Can you please repeat? Yes, you have a chance to ask that, friends. And I'll give some assignments also on Selenium. Some programs I'll give you. Assignments I'll give you on Selenium also, as like Java, how I'm giving the programs technically. On Selenium also, I'll give some assignments. So daily, the class will be 6:30 to 7:30, and duration will be like 2 months. So
Ravi Kanth, I have a doubt.
yes.
Sorry. So you have mentioned we can access the web-based tables, right? So how
Web
we can
tables.
access other tables, like if there is any coach base or SQL. So how we can access those?
So this is a completely functional automation testing, sir. This is not database testing. It's not a API testing. It's completely a functional automation testing, sir. We are teaching here.
Okay, if we want to get the data from tables, we will not able to do it from by
See, we have separate
Selenium.
jars for database testing, right?
But sometime we have to integrate with the web
See,
page.
Excel are the means. See, for Excel, we want to interact. Excel jar files are there. That really will be covering that. Excel is there, right? If you want, Excel is a Windows application. So Selenium cannot interact the Windows applications. So how can we interact Excel application data means? By using Apache POI jar file, we can interact Access in getting the data. If you want to get the data from Microsoft Access is there. For Microsoft also we have a jar files. Understanding?
So you are going to explain that thing as well, or just only
Yes,
web
XML we are
pages?
discussing Excel properties files, XML files, JSON files. These files we are discussing here. Database is not my part. It's a completely is a function automation testing here. It's not database testing. Just I can tell you how to connect to the database. I can tell that basic thing. That's it.
Okay.
Hello.
Okay.
For SQL queries and all, you won't cover it, right? That's what you're saying.
No. It's completely functional testing I cover here.
For automation, we need SQL queries or not? It's mandatory, right?
See, if you want to validate backend database testing, see front-end backend is there.
Okay.
Automation testing this was. Backend is database testing we have to go with. If you want to be APM, we have to go there. That's a separate. If you want to web services testing is separate. Performance testing is separate. This is functional testing. Get it?
Where we
Okay.
write
Okay.
Selenium programs. Hello.
Yes,
Where
yes,
we
go ahead.
write Selenium programs.
Sorry?
Where we write Selenium programs.
Yes, we write in Eclipse. We have IntelliJ is there. We have Eclipse is there. Okay?
Okay.
You can take any one of the editor in writing your Selenium scripts. See, these are all the scripts which I'm writing in Eclipse while getting the classes. Got it?
Okay. Thank you.
Before your batch, one project is going on, that is all those things. These are all the codes for previous batch I was discussing.
Ravi Kanth, if we learn the Selenium, they will not ask any database related questions.
One, honestly, I tell you that. So along with functional testing, see if you want value advantage, your resume means at least this functional testing, at least you learn RPM testing or database testing or web services, which will be add-on for your resume. See, basic thing is functional testing is a basic thing for all these things. Along with functional testing, if you want, you can take one more chance, either mobile testing or web services or database testing, anyone. That will be valuable for your resume.
So that we can have it parallelly, or we can.
That I was not teaching, sir. That I was not teaching. Just my part is only the functional testing. It was automation with Selenium, Java, DevOps, frameworks, and project together is a 2 months. I will take this course for this.
Okay.
Okay. Got it, friends? So like this, we write the programs.
So, and
Yes.
one more question. As you told, we are going to do the coding in Movin, right? But again, you are saying we will write the code in Eclipse. What is the difference between Eclipse and Movin?
Eclipse and
Movin.
Maven.
Maven.
See, Maven is a build tool, sir. In Eclipse only we'll create a projects. As Java projects will be creating, Maven project we're creating. See here. See, I can define Java project. We can see folder with J is there. Where Maven project is having folder with G and M is there. Got it, sir? See the structure for Java will be like this. Build tool Maven.
Okay, those folders are called Movin.
Maven structure folders. So called Maven structure folders.
Okay.
The mechanism will be different, sir. So any project you are building means using some build tools only we have to build your projects. So all the dependencies we are adding in XML. In case of Maven project, see all the dependencies we are adding like this. Any dependency to run your project, we are adding as a jar dependencies in the dependencies tag like this. In case of Java project, what we are doing, we are adding the dependencies manually per project. One second, that. Where is that? Yeah. So in Java project, we have only J is there. The jar files, we don't have any form XML to add here in the Java project. So we have to manually add it, download and add it. It will come like this. And we can run a project through Marvin build, but not through Java. See, we can run the project. See, in the Marvin build, we have a suite XML is there. Here we can run the codes. This XML suite we are configuring in a form XML. In this form XML, we have to configure again. This XML suite we have to configure in this form XML. Through form XML, we are going to execute all our test cases. We can run a goals on that Marvin builds like the Marvin clean, Marvin install, Marvin run. All these goals we can run.
What is the
Okay.
difference between Eclipse and GitHub?
See,
Hello.
Eclipse is a platform where we write a programs.
Okay.
GitHub, for building your programs in local system, we are pushing code to the GitHub server.
Got
This is the GitHub, how it looks like here. I'll do one thing. I'll share one of the repository which was recently going on. See, this is the January 2022 6 p.m. batch. This is the GitHub link which I shared. Okay, na? So
Okay.
if I share this link to all, so these are some projects are there in it. In this, some programs are there, some projects are there. If I share this link to anyone, you can access my projects. You can access my codes. If I share
got
this link, what the link? If I share this link to all, you can access these codes from your end.
Okay. Do you need? Do I need to download GitHub or not?
You need to configure. We need to import the project from my repository into your Eclipse. So from onwards, if I do any changes, you just need to pull the code. That's it. Not import it. First time you have to import from my repository into your Eclipse. From second onwards, no need to import. Just we have to get the updates from my repository. So we have to pull the code.
Okay. Thank you. Got it. Thank you.
I will tell all the process. Don't worry. Okay.
Okay.
This is a GitHub server. Daily basis, whatever I was updating. See, 2 hours ago I updated project. See, 2 hours ago it's coming, right? Yeah, one of the project 26 days it got updated. This is 3 months back updated. Getting on it. This is currently project going on. If I share this, everyone can access this all these project codes from your browser. Okay.
Okay.
So if anybody working on the some of the folders, how we can know they were working on the folder from Git.
Folder, sir. See,
If somebody working on the code, so how we will know, we'll get to know they are using the folder and updating
we
the.
That's what we can collaborate the scripts. So who is doing the changes, everything will come to know. So in GitHub servers, we have a public repositories and we have a private repositories. Generally, we people work on a public repository which is free. Okay, private repositories are licensed one, which generally company peoples are using that. So that private repositories, restricted people only can access that repository codes, which have a specified username credentials. With that only, the private repositories can be accessed, not by everyone. Understanding?
Yeah.
Who has to commit? The user credentials will access. That will giving the access for your account. That user repository project codes. Others outside people cannot be accessed. That repository will be the private repository. Then company people only can access. Others cannot. Public repository means you and I, everyone can access with free of cost. See, even see, I'll show one example. See, this is my Ravi Lella 1234 is my account. January 2022 6 p.m. Okay, is my repository. Okay. Now what I'm doing, let me check some other public repositories in a Google. Let me Google some public repositories. Okay, na? I'm taking Java GitHub projects. I'm searching with Java GitHub projects. I'm searching in Google. Some other public projects I want to add into my repositories. Here, Java -project GitHub topics. I'm clicking on it. This is someone's repository project, friends. Observe. See here, so many are there. See, this is the user. This is the user. Sauraj. 98 is a user, this is the repository, and here this is a user, this is the repository. I want this repository into my repository. So my repository is all here, friends. My user into mine, I want to add this repository. So what I do, I click on this build systems, this repository open, this user, this is a repository. I want him to come to my repository. What I will do now, I'll do a fork.
We need to create a account in this.
Yes, we have to get account. Everything I'll show that.
Okay.
Once we do fork,
Hi Ravi, are you able to hear me?
Sorry.
Ravi, this is Alisha. Are you able to hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah, actually my voice was, it was mute. Actually, I just want to ask you, like, you are not giving training on Postman, right?
No.
Postman.
See, this is separate automation testing. Database separate automation testing. All this separate one. Everything takes 45 days and 2 months like this course takes. This is completely automation testing.
Okay.
Okay. See, now we can see my user billing system is there. Got it? See, if I go repositories, billing system, right? See, these are all my repositories. Let me check very seriously. Billing system. Where I taken from? This is the user. This is the repository. So public repository anyone can access. But private repositories I cannot access. So to restrict. Got it? My user.
Okay.
Others public repository I can fork into my account like this. Like you also can fork my project, a repository project into your repository also once you have an account with you, because it's my public repository. Got it?
So you create the projects into stories, or just you're posting your own projects? That's it.
These are my projects for the various batches projects, all those things, repositories. These are all the repositories for various batches.
So we will work on that one, or just we have to view that.
I will create separate repository for your batch. So each batch one repository will create.
No,
Okay.
what I'm saying, we have to pull that and we have to work on our side, and we have to push it again. So, or we have to just we can watch view it.
Just you can pull it. You can just only pull it and you can download it. That's it. And then you can download.
We are not doing any work on it, right?
Like this. You can code. You can download this, or you can import in your.
So we are not working on it, right? We don't have any. Okay.
Don't work, because see, if you work means lot of disturbance will happens.
Okay, then Ravi, like how we'll get the real-time work experience on it then, if we are not working?
Right? That's what I'm saying, that you're not listening. See, we are working basically hands-on on this Marvin GitHub server Jenkins, 12 to 15 hours.
Okay.
So Ravi, how we can in private private access, how we can know like somebody checked in code and working on that? Is there any options like check in or check out?
See, private means it will give. See, when you commit in the code, by username it is tracking. Commit message will be there. Who has committed? All users will be there. Even public repository also, when we do some changes with your user account with the commit message is a mandate. Understanding? That's what in GitHub server we can track the information what you are doing the activities daily. Understanding? Who has did the changes? What changes they made? Everything can be tracked.
If two people working on the same code, how we can restrict?
Definitely. See, it will be working, sir. Once you are pushing the code, then we get conflicts. There is no chance of, sir, first of all, see, when we two people are working at once, there is no conflicts, because why? In GitHub server, we'll have a local repository, we'll have a servant one repository will be there. Suppose you are staying in Bangalore, I was staying in Hyderabad. Getting, sir? Okay. You are in Bangalore, I am in Hyderabad. We are working for the same project for various modules. Understanding what I'm saying? We are working on project with various modules being in different locations. What we'll be doing? You will be importing the project code from GitHub server into your local repository. I will import from GitHub server into my local repository. So everyone working in their own local repositories. Yes or no? Where is the conflict? First of all, tell me. Yes, that's fine. Next, end of the day, you and me, everyone has to be merged back to the GitHub server. Yes or no?
Yeah.
What's up? Your module code, our module code in local repository, what we developed, that needs to be pushed back to the GitHub server or not? In common repository. Where suppose if you and me, we are doing some same functions we are writing with a different logic, sir. There is a chance of getting the conflicts. There, while merging your code, my code into the GitHub repository branch, there we get a conflicts. When any conflicts comes, we will rectify that conflicts. Then we'll be merging the code into the GitHub server. If any conflicts comes by you and me, when pushing back to the GitHub server, then we'll be taking care of that, resolving the conflicts. Then we'll be merging the code into the main repository. Got it, sir? That practically will be shown in the class. Got it? The process, what I said?
If different people working on different modules, then it is fine. Sometimes there may be chance working on the same as you mentioned.
You are working individually, you are working, sir. Same repository you are taking, but you are working in your local repository. I am working no local repository. There is no chance of conflict, sir. You are not getting my point. When we are importing the GitHub project into your system, into my system, those are local repositories. Any conflict will come in that case? You tell me.
Yeah. A also work. For example, A also working.
Don't confuse, sir. See, I shared one document, sir. You are downloading, I was downloading, sir. Tell me, you are editing something, I am editing something. Will it be getting conflict? Tell me practically.
No. For example, A is working
Sir, I am
on.
saying example, sir. See, let me conclude. I'm giving example. Please tell me the answer for that. You are downloading one Excel. I am downloading one Excel in my local system. We both are doing changes. Any conflicts are there, sir? In that case,
There will not be any conflict. But if we were working on the same data, then it will become conflict, right?
Sir, you're not getting the point, sir. You're not getting point. Sir, you are downloading into local repository, local system. Where there is the conflict, sir? You are working in a local system. I am working in a local system while importing. Where there is a conflict in that case?
Yeah, sorry to interrupt, Ravi.
Then we get a conflict. Understanding what I'm saying?
I am understanding, Ravi, but just one example.
Go ahead.
If we are working on a login page, I am also writing the code, and some experts are also writing the same code. So it will become duplicate, right? Downloading to the local fine. So the other person should know, right? We are working on the same code, and they.
When you will come to know, tell me when you will come to know. See, you are developing for login. I am developing for login, sir. We both are developing, sir. You tell me the answer. Where we both are developing?
Sorry, come again. Come again. The question again.
Saying, you are saying we both are developing for login page. You are developing, I am developing. Where we are developing? Tell me that first of all. Where we both are developing?
Eclipse are moving, right?
Anyone can say the answer. Come on.
Yes, Ravi. I just want to say, if person 1 is doing something on the login page and person 2 is also doing, but they are doing in your local, right?
No. Wait. Listen to my question. Okay, listen. Person 1 is working for login. Person 2 is working for login. These two persons are working on where they are working
on their local, so it will not affect anything. That only I'm saying. It will not affect anything. They are working in their local, in their system. So they are not doing anything directly in the server. So basically, the code will save in the Git, and if person 1 and 2 they are doing anything, they are doing in their local. They are not doing directly in the server, so it will not affect anything. That only I'm trying to say. Correct?
Yes. Person 2 is doing changes in their local systems.
Yes.
The two
So
persons has
that
exported the code from GitHub server into local systems. Person 1 is working for login. Person 2 is working for login, where they are working in their local repositories. So
correct.
suppose
And
they are working on same methods. When they try to push, person 1, person 2, both are trying to push into the GitHub server, where there is a chance of getting the conflicts. Understanding, sir?
Yeah,
Also,
I mean, it will happen duplicate, right? That's what
that's
I'm
what I'm
trying
saying.
to
Listen
say.
to the question
So,
first of all. Listen what I'm saying. You're not listening that.
no, you
When
are,
you
Ravi, you
person
are
1, person
saying
2,
about pushing into the pushing the code into the GitHub,
GitHub.
but I'm telling about both are working on the duplicate code, right? So uh, they both were working on the login page, so it will become duplicate code. So how they will know, like, we
That's what
both
I'm
are
saying,
working on?
sir. That's what I'm saying. You're not understanding.
Okay,
When we both are committing into the GitHub server, there will get a conflicts. A user 1 is having login, user 2 is having login. Which user login you want? It will be asking to merge into the GitHub
okay,
server. We're not getting the point.
okay, got it now. Yeah, that's what I am asking. How
Since
we can
starting, I was
know
saying the same
other
thing,
person
but
working?
you're not getting the thing. Of course, you don't know all the
A bit
concepts, but you're getting some confusion. Now got it
yeah,
now?
yeah,
Now
got it.
get Yeah, when we are pushing, you and me both are pushing the code into the GitHub server, then there is a chance of getting conflicts. Unable to match the code because some conflicts are there. User 1 is pushing login, user 2 also pushing login. Which user login you want to match into the GitHub server? They're getting the chance.
Okay,
Getting
yeah, got it.
Everyone got clarification right on this? What I'm saying? Don't worry, friends. These are all the concepts. Practically hands-on will give that. Don't get confused. Okay, na?
yeah. And Ravi, I just want to ask you one more thing also.
Yes. Go
So
ahead.
you'll be giving training for how to run test cases by this Selenium tool. That also you'll be giving training, right?
Yes.
Okay.
What about Selenium IDE? Hello, Ravi.
Yes.
What about Selenium IDE? Do you teach that one?
Yes, that's a recorded playback tool. We never use that in a real time. Even if we use that IDE, later on we have to do some changes. Just a recorded playback. Just to be see, even in when we build the project, here I'll show my project. I will show the project. If you record let me show you. See, friends, this is my project, friends. These are coming while recording no. It will come driver dot find element by dot id, and lastly the operation what we did click cast and k, that is the statement it comes. That not works for the framework. See here how we are writing our own functions. Yes or no?
Yes.
So see id is where it is used means id is used for only for pilot projects. So when new project is coming, as instantly you want to share the results to the client, instantly you'll do the record and playback using id. But id will not do all the advanced elements cannot be recognized, and where in which browser we recorded, in that browser only it is going to be work, and not 100% we can't. So everything is static. When we are working with id means it's a static program. We can't make it dynamic. Later on we have to convert to dynamic like these functions. There is no use of id, friends. There is no use of.
Okay, thank you.
See, everything we write like customization methods like this only. Like this we write customization.
Okay.
All our methods like this, everything dynamic programs. Reusability has to be in our project, friends. Everything should be reusable. It should be very dynamic. It should be very specific also. See, this is the test case. See how I'm calling. This is one test. Creating the portfolio is one test case. See what I'm doing, that I'm generating information, creating a portfolio, and I was clicking app.click, giving the locator. It will click on it. It clear the text by using the method clear, giving the text box locator. And next I will type the text, giving the portfolio name with the locator and the name, and click on the sub button. Click and give the what element to click, that locator I was giving that. If any synchronization issues comes, I define one method, wait for page load timeout. These all methods are defined in some other class, where means in a generic keyword class. If I control click on any one of these methods, see, if I click on control click on any one of these methods, the method definition goes there in the generic code class. Everything is dynamic. So IDE is no more in the real time we'll use, friends. Just the people, just for learning and for instant results, for pilot project purpose, we use IDE. In real time, it never use it. Yeah. Any questions?
You mentioned about Cucumber also. So are you going to teach BDD with Cucumber, or how is
Yes.
it?
BD Cucumber, yes.
Okay.
Okay, friends.
Finally, one question.
So how
Ravi.
many hours are we going to spend on Cucumber?
Sorry.
Can you hear me?
Yes, yes. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, I just need to know that how many hours are we going to spend on Cucumber?
So for hybrid and Cucumber, we are doing project, friends. I said the project, right? So hybrid will go with 10 hours and Cucumber for 8 hours.
Okay.
Okay, so it is Monday to Friday you have planned?
Yes, Monday to Friday. Monday to Friday will be the classes, and on occasionally on weekends also I'll be taking for Grid, Maven, GitHub Server, and Jenkins. All these 4 components, it takes 20 hours to complete because it's hands-on. I need to give. I'll make one of you as a presenter doing all these setups in your computers. So 20 hours to complete these selected tools. I'll take on weekends. 4 weekends I require. Saturday, Sunday I'll take. When I will take the weekends means after completion of Java only, when I start Selenium, by the time on weekends I will take this the selected 4 components.
Okay.
20 hours means 20 days is going to be waste the time. That's why I don't want to waste. So I want to accommodate in this on weekends. Not only for you, for every batch I'll take like that only. Because 1 hour is sufficient when we are
Is
in
this a weekdays batch or weekend batch?
Weekday only. See, Java, everything is weekdays, sir. Projects, everything is weekdays only. Only the things, Grid, Maven, GitHub Server, Jenkins. Only for these 4 components I will take on weekends. That to morning 7 to 9 I will take. Not in these timings. For these 4 components, weekends I will take morning 7 to 9.
Okay.
Saturdays,
Actually,
4
we
weekends I will
have
take.
zero knowledge on testing also, but here I could see the people are asking so many doubts, and it seems like they are having prior knowledge, but
Don't
we
worry, sir.
have zero
Don't worry,
knowledge
sir.
here.
Don't worry. See, everything is my sir. Everything will be understanding. Everything will be very informative. Okay, now
Yeah,
that's what
it's
I'm saying.
like
That.
if we are listening, that's fine, but if you are asking so many questions, then it is like we can ask general
That will
questions
help you,
like
right? See, that's what I'm
yeah,
thought. That's
that
what I'm saying.
helps.
See, if the people ask you
Questions will
questions,
help
means that
us,
helps
but
you. That helps you to
yeah, if
learn.
it is
Some people are coming to me and saying, Ravi, will you take 1-to-1? Sir, why I have to take 1-to-1? Sir, I will take 2 to 2.5 months of course of this, complete this. 2 to 2.5 months means what I will get. I need to charge 30,000, 40,000. Will you bear that? No, right? Will you get an interest? That person, what the
that's
still
fine.
think like me, sir. So I need to complete within 1 month because I'm getting 40,000. And next month I need to get and one more 40,000 like this. They'll think like that. So we're not like that. See, I will encourage always group training only because one person is asking, other person is feeling fear to ask that. That person also will get clarification, and that person also get motivation in asking the questions. I always prefer to go with the group trainings only. We'll get more knowledge.
No,
Don't
to
get
clarify
Yeah,
this,
I agree.
yeah, we are also not having any knowledge on Selenium and Java. So just we
that's
have
what.
knowledge on.
Nothing to worry. If the persons who are freshers, who are non-IT, who are migrating from manual to automation, any kind of person can take this course. We are starting everything from the scratch, friends. There is no meaning of not understood. I was fresher. First of all, you remove that word from your heart. If you're having that kind of fear, just please remove. Okay, now just feel free to ask the
Okay.
doubts. If you will have the videos also with you, play back the videos twice and thrice to get the knowledge. Even though you're getting some doubts, next day you ask the doubts. So after completion of the class, you have a doubt session, you have any questions, You just ask me if you have any issues. Yes, ask me to. I will take a screenshot of yours to fix that issues also. Don't worry, everything I'll be there for you.
Okay, and Ravi, like all these from core Java to project lead, everything will be you will be covering within 2 months, right? And this grid
2.5
Maven.
months. 2 to 2.5 months, madam.
Okay.
2 to
Okay.
2.5 months.
So
Because
so like
based on that, based on the working flow, see, some may have some days some concepts will be wrong. See, my concept will be very elaborated, not like my concepts will be very elaborately will be discussed. Some cases in the sessions also, but I don't want to degrade parties. Okay, na? 2 to 2.5 months it will take, because end to end I was. So you think practically, outside people are giving 45 days giving training means what is the meaning of that? See, Java I am taking 20 to 25 hours I am taking as Java. DevOps I am taking 12 to 15 hours. Frameworks, projects I am taking 18 hours I am taking for that. See, you think, imagine how many efforts I am putting here. So some are saying that we want to complete within 30 days. We can't bear for 2 months. So I can't do for that. I can't do anything. Those people are like that means I can't do anything, because you want seriously want the subject means you have to pay friends. You have to wait for the time.
correct. And the timing will be 6:30 to 7:30 every day, and this
6:30 to 7:30. Yes, correct.
And this Grid, Maven, GitHub, and Jenkins for this core, we need to connect on Saturday and Sunday morning 7 to 9.
Yes, I will tell you which Saturday, Sunday that I will tell you. That too, I will take Sundays morning 7 to 9. I will take 4 weekends. I will take this.
Okay, then the regular class, when it will you will be
Regular
starting?
classes will be Monday to Friday 6:30 to 7:30. After completion of Java, go with Selenium.
Okay, so for this from this Monday, right? Coming Monday.
Yes, from tomorrow on it will be, madam. Monday to Friday. Yeah. Tomorrow will be the same thing only. Tomorrow we have a session continuation. Tomorrow installation part of Java and Eclipse, and I'll show you how to create a project, packages, classes. I'll show you in a tomorrow session.
Okay, so tomorrow we can connect by this link.
Yes, same link only.
Okay.
Same. Tomorrow I'll make one of your.
So at the end of the Ravi, at the end of the training, we have to attend as a functional Selenium testers. How we can attend the interviews? So
this is functional automation testing, sir. This one, Selenium functional automation you are learning right now. Okay, na? See, in testing, we have this, sir. Functional testing, what you are learning right now. Database testing. So what you are entering the front end, the back end, it will show in some database source or MySQL, something SQL database like this. It's showing, right? Oracle database, SQL database, and you have to validate whether it is reflecting there also or not. The database testing. The database testing course, if you want to learn SQL query, all the queries, you have to know that. So to learn that database testing, 100% you want to learn. Some people outside giving 30 days. Okay, that's okay. Crash course is okay. Hardly takes 60 days to complete the database testing. Honestly, to take the course. If you talk about web services also takes 2 months to complete that course. Okay, na?
So so we have to say
1 month.
Yeah, we have to say a functional Selenium testers, right?
Yes, functional Selenium automation testers. So this is the base for all kind of testings. After this learning, if you want to value advantage for your resume, at least you learn either database testing or web services or what I said, mobile testing. Anyone, you can make it the course after completion of this functional testing. That will be value advantage for you.
Okay.
Okay, and here we will discuss about the interview questions also, correct?
Yes. Correct. Okay. See, training point only, everything I'll give interview point of view, I'll give the trainings. Interview point of in the training session only, each concept base I'll give interview point of view training only, I'll give that. Okay.
Oh, so you are during the course.
Sorry.
During the course,
are you going to provide any?
Are you going to provide?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, you go. Yeah, okay. You during the courses you are using some applications, right? Like web applications. So do you have any own applications for you? Like you are creating any dashboard like of a kind of applications? Do you have any own?
My own application is not there, madam. So I
Okay.
will take the market application, one e-commerce application, and these two applications I will make happen to for these two frameworks on this shared
Okay.
market, in this e-commerce application.
So you are, other than that, you are
We'll
using
automate.
web applications.
First we'll design the structure, and we'll be automating 2-3 test cases, and how to run parallelly, how to get the data, how to report it, how to keep in GitHub server, how to organize it in a framework all the test data, how to schedule the executions. All these things I will discuss on hybrid project and Cucumber project.
Okay.
Okay.
Hello, Ravi.
So there is the matter of the application. There is a matter of only the structure, how you understood the framework. So any kind of application, same, right? You should know the function flow. Accordingly, you'll be doing that, right?
Okay.
Can you teach the API testing also?
Sorry.
API testing.
That's what I'm saying, that web services API is not covered here, madam. Sorry, that web services API testing you are asking, right? That's a different. The 2 months course it was
Yes,
again.
yes.
A separate one. This is completely functional Selenium automation testing. So
And
earlier
API
we
will,
do as a functional testing we call, right? Now this is through using tool Selenium and using functional automation testing.
and API will come under Postman. Na?
Yes, yes. See, Postman is a manual testing, madam. A RESTful API come under the automation.
Okay.
Postman manual. See, in functional testing we do manual. In automation we can use QDP, UFT, Selenium, like this. We have a tools. A similar way for web service testing also. Postman means manually we do that. RESTful API means through automation we do that. Got it?
Okay.
Web services testing through Postman is a manually we do. RESTful API means it's a tool for web services. Okay, na?
Okay.
Sir, I have one last query.
Yes.
Are you going to provide us any documented material for interview preparations and all?
Sorry.
I'm asking, are you going to provide us any documented material, like as in a material for the interview purposes?
Right. We have a documents. Yes, these are all the documents for Selenium, and for Java also we have a documents separate. Where is that? Java. Yes, we have documents for Java. Yes, for Selenium also we have a documents.
Like with respect to the interview, I'm asking like questions and all.
Yes, it will be shared through mail for you. Yes.
Okay.
Documents will be shared. I already given rights here. Recorded videos for 1 year view access in Google Drive. Source code for Java Selenium project will be shared through GitHub server. Documents and for Java Selenium will be shared through mail. Okay. Sure. Okay, friends. Then done for today. We'll meet tomorrow same timing with the same link with installation part of Java Eclipse and creating the project structure, package structure with naming conventions, all those things. We'll discuss in our tomorrow's session. Thank you, friends. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Don't worry, friends. Just keep the word with you. Don't get fear. Everything will be from the scratch. Will be get discussed. Don't worry at all. Okay. Thank you, friends. Thank you. Have a nice day.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.